Welcome to Man Cave Projects. So in this video I just want to discuss what I found to be the cheapest and most convenient way to bond or glue polystyrene sheets together. So I've got a fairly large scale modelling project on the go at the moment, which involves using polystyrene, and I've looked at so many videos on YouTube and the internet on how to cheaply bond polystyrene together without having to purchase the really expensive purpose-built glues for polystyrene. And I've gone through so many different glues and been completely unsuccessful until I actually found a building product which is cheap, readily available and works really well. So that's what I want to discuss with you guys today. So firstly, what is the project? So this is a polystyrene and expanded foam plug which I'm making in order to produce a fiberglass mould for a fire pit for the garden. So from the fiberglass mould I'm then going to cast concrete into that mould, and obviously that will be the finished article. So to produce a polystyrene plug of this size we obviously need a lot of glue, and it just wasn't practical to buy the purpose-built polystyrene glues. It would have taken quite a lot and been extremely expensive. So I started off looking at YouTube videos to see what people had used to bond polystyrene together and obviously do it in a cheap way. I've watched 7 or 8 videos, also done some research on the internet, and not a single product I've tried actually works until I came across one article on the internet which told me about a product which I'll show you in a minute, which works absolutely perfectly. So let's just look at some of the products which were completely unsuccessful, and these are not just single products, these represent a range of products. The first one being silicone. 2 or 3 videos on the internet saying that silicone would bond polystyrene together. Not a chance. Probably does it in a very weak way, but couldn't find a single silicone product which would bond the polystyrene successfully, so that was out. Only one video mentioned this. I knew this wouldn't be right anyway. So solvent cement to bond polystyrene together, and that will just completely disintegrate the polystyrene. That was quite obvious, but because this guy was so convincing, I did try it. I had some in anyway, I didn't have to buy it. Completely unsuitable for polystyrene. And then the one I thought would be quite successful is not just this product but this range or this style of products, which is No More Nails, or adhesive for bonding things like wood onto walls. None of it. I tried I think about 4 or 5 of this type of what's called instant grab adhesive. Not one single product worked at all, so they were out completely. Other products I tried, so even down to wallpaper border paste, that didn't work. Wood glue, somebody told me that wood glue would work on polystyrene. It doesn't work at all. I thought it did, I must admit, when it dried, but the polystyrene just came away. Okay, so which product actually worked and allowed me to build this large structure for relatively inexpensive? So I found that this particular product called Stixall by Everbuild, absolutely superb product for bonding polystyrene together. Now I think this represents a range of products, so not just Stixall but any silicone adhesive. So where silicone is combined with an adhesive, and there are 2 or 3 on the market, I think will work well. The reason I use Stixall, not only is it readily available in the UK, but it's also the cheapest of these silicone adhesives. So if you're looking to bond polystyrene together, you know, fairly large job where you need a lot of adhesive, this is definitely the product you need to look for, or this type of product, so a silicone adhesive. And what I'll do now is I'll show you exactly how it works. Okay, so I've got 2 pieces of polystyrene here. It's just quite windy outside, so I'm having to weigh one of them down. So the first thing about these silicone adhesives is they don't melt or distort the polystyrene in any way, which obviously is really important, and they act almost like an instant grab adhesive. So in other words, it creates almost an instant bond straight away. So what I'm going to do is going to leave this now. Curing time is about an hour, but obviously the longer you leave it, the stronger the bond. I'm going to leave this for an hour. We'll come back to it and I'll show you just how strong the bond is between the 2 pieces of polystyrene. Okay, so this is our bond after an hour. I just feel like if I pull it too much, the actual polystyrene is going to break. So that's a really good bond. Again, the longer we leave it, the stronger the bond. No distortion at all in the polystyrene. Really pleased with it. As I said, I'm sure there are other of these silicone adhesives out there that will work, but the Stixall is by far the cheapest that I've seen, and I'm really pleased with it.